So what people don't know about me is that I love plants. I love plants so much. I've always wanted to have plants. I've always wanted to have kind of that jungle home aesthetic. But the reason that people don't know that I love plants is because I'm a notorious plant killer. Just some examples of my exploits, unfortunately. I try so hard to keep plants alive, and they just always end up dying on me. So when I saw this advertisement for Easy Plant, I thought, oh my gosh, can I finally have the jungle of my dreams? Now, Easy Plant promises to make your plant mother experience much easier by allowing the plant to water itself through a specially designed water irrigation system, so that all you need to do is water your plant once a month, and it's supposed to be rare to overwater it, and you're supposed to never be able to underwater it, and it's supposed to be very easy to check when you need to water your plant. And they have a whole bunch of plants on their website with tricks on which ones are good for pets and children, which ones are good if you have a dark environment, which ones are good if you have a bright environment, and it's supposed to just make plant ownership easy, and that's what I need, easy. So I figured that I would go ahead and order it and see if I could keep this plant alive. Truly, if I can keep a plant just alive, like, that'll be great for me, because I've never even been able to keep it green. So that's my goal. My goal is to keep the plant green. So we'll see if Easy Plant can actually succeed in helping me be the plant mother that I've always wanted to be. Now, I have chosen the Parlor Palm, which is supposed to be very easy to care for and really good for humid environments. And since I live in Florida, it's nothing but humid here, so I figured that this would be a good plant to try and start with. They're supposed to be non-toxic. They're great at filtering the air in your home, which is really great. It removes toxins like formaldehyde, benzene, and even carbon monoxide, and we love that. They're supposed to live for 15 to 20 years, if well taken care of. That's the caveat, if. So we'll see if I can even keep this plant alive for 3 months. So I'm very excited because my plant is supposed to come very soon, and I'm really curious how they're going to ship it, because it's a live plant and it has soil and I assume some sort of water in it, or it's at least going to be a little wet. And I'm just really curious to see. I know it's not going to be a very big plant because I got the smallest size, but still, like, a small plant is still a plant. So stay tuned to see how they ship it. So I'm pretty sure this is it, and I'm super excited to see what's inside. Oh, just kidding. It's not a plant. So second time's the charm. This is what their box actually looks like. You can see it has little flaps to tear open, and there's actually a little hole so that you can let air in, and you can see a little bit of that leaf peeking up out at the top right there. So it has a little booklet, and it talks about how to water your plant, and then it tells you a little bit about your plant. And then it talks about their company. But yeah, it says fill the water reservoir at the top once a month. Check the water reservoir. Only refill when it's empty and the soil is dry. To check if the soil is dry, insert your finger or any small stick 2 inches deep into the soil and see that it comes out dry. And it shows where to place the plant, which is good because yeah, okay. There's even a little QR code for full plant care. It's so cute. I gotta clean up the dirt a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. Like, it's wild, just like, it's a real plant. It was mailed to me, like, I don't know. But I was about to say, like, if it didn't come with this, I would have been like, I know I could have gone back on the website, but I don't know, I feel like it's a child. Like, I've killed so many of you, but I don't want to kill you. So I wonder, so it's probably like no water in there. I don't think there's any water. I mean, the soil it's not wet. It's like, it's moist. But I think this was helping keep it moist. So I assume that I fill it. But yeah. I'm honestly shocked how much water this thing takes. Fill the top. Oh, yeah, boys. Got a long way to go. Oh, okay. I'm gonna get a watering kit. Okay, I'm starting to see the water. I don't know, this took a whole thing, and it's still a little thirsty, so we'll get another bottle. So I've got my new bottle. Interesting to see how much this takes. I think that's the top. But yeah, it's probably about to there. So pretty good amount of water that this thing takes. Yeah, there's my hand for reference. I mean, I'm pretty small, so I don't know that that's really a great indicator, but yeah. And then this little part is supposed to just like fit on. It's so interesting. Just, oh, maybe the other way? Yeah, the other way. Yeah, interesting. But let's see. I mean, I literally cannot keep a plant alive. So if this can keep it alive, anyone can keep a plant alive. Is it bad luck to keep it next to the remains of the dead leaves of the other plants that I've killed? But yeah, I feel like this will be a good area where he can get some sun and not get direct sunlight. So yeah. Easy Plant also emailed me this Easy Plant Care Guide, which was a bit more detailed than the printout that I received, and it has links to their even more detailed page in the website, which is really cool, and it just has some pro tips, so I definitely appreciated that they sent me this as well. Well, I definitely spoke too soon because there are some weird things happening with the color of my leaves, and I don't know what's causing it. And yeah, they're just starting to look a little weird. Keep it straight.
It's moist.
So it's been a few days, and I think the soil is still wet. I'll show you the water reservoir in a minute. This is how he's doing. Definitely still have a few bits of like whitening happening. There's, and definitely over here, there's some browning of leaves. I'm still not fully sure what his issue is. My husband thought it might be sun damage, so I've tried moving him away from the window, so I don't know. But I'm just trying to figure out when I need to water it. But it said that I need to wait until the water reservoir is empty and the soil is dry. I think the water reservoir is empty, but the soil still feels kind of wet to me, but what do I know? I'll have to ask my husband when he gets home, but yeah, I don't know. Like, definitely this is easier than taking care of a lot of other plants, but I'm still kind of, I don't know. Well, it looks dry down there, but the soil still feels kind of wet, so I don't know. I think part of my issue is I just don't really know, like, the terminology. Like, this is talking about curling leaves. Like, does this count as a curling leaf? Like, does this count as a curling leaf? I don't know. Like, are my leaves normal? And then it's talking about, like, let me see. Not losing leaves, like yellow leaves versus brown leaves, and I'm like, is this brown? Is this yellow? I don't know. Like, there's brown and yellow there. Like, what does it mean? And then it's like, oh yeah, it could be underwatering, it could be overwatering, it could be humidity, it could be all these things. So I'm just like, I mean, I don't think it's the watering, because that's what this is supposed to do, right? Like, it's supposed to take care of that for me. So I don't know, but the humidity level is fine because we have a little humidity check, and it says that it's okay. And usually it veers on the side of being like over humid in here. So I don't know. Every time. So unfortunately, this is where things really started to go south. This like weird white stuff started appearing in the soil, and I just didn't know what was happening. So I Googled it, and fungal growth was kind of what I think that it is. I'm still not fully sure, but this is my guess. And my husband removed it because I guess if you just try to take it out, sometimes it won't grow back. Unfortunately, that was not what happened for me, but we tried, and it lasted kind of for a good amount of days, and you can see the leaves here are still a mess, but you know, at least the fungal growth wasn't back at this point. But yeah, definitely I was just having problems with my plant here. I just did not know what was happening, and it was just a big mystery to me. Can definitely see that the plant leaves have grown quite a bit since the beginning. Definitely we can see this nasty mold still here, and definitely there's still some discoloration of the leaves, but he's doing pretty well, all things considered. He's thriving, he's still growing. So it has been just over 3 months since I've started my easy plant journey, and I have a lot of thoughts. I feel like this is worth it if you just like want a pop of colors, a pop of life in your apartment. And you maybe have a little more plant knowledge than I do, because like, why is this still here? What is this? What caused it? I don't know. And they don't like really have like information explaining that. Like, they have information explaining where you should put it in the sun and like that sort of thing. But like, where's my guide on when it like becomes like a candy, like a snow cap candy, you know? Like, what do I do for that? I don't want to have to look that up. Like, I don't want to have to figure out what that is supposed to, how to make that go away, you know? So I feel like if this hadn't happened, I probably would have had a very different review of this, because I mean, yes, I still never figured out, you know, these like oddly colored spots on my plant, but I think he's growing, like, right? He's grown a little bit. Like, he's getting some sun. And honestly, I will say keeping my blinds open, because I have to keep them open now. Like, I'll shut them at the end of the night, but I do open them. And that has been really good for my mental health, because I do not get enough sun. So I think that is a huge plus. But yeah, I don't know. Like, there's just, I think it's hard to make a claim that taking care of a plant is easy, because I think that there are so many factors that come to taking care of a plant. Like, it's a living thing. It's a complex structure that I don't know that it truly can ever be easy. And let's be honest, like, watering is maybe not the hardest part. I'm not gonna lie, it's nice not having to only having to water it once, like a month, like that is very nice. That makes it very easy. So in that regard, yes, this is beautiful. But like I don't know where I'm supposed to, like, you know, like the guide that they give you, I have it over here, like, they're like, oh, it's adaptable, just like put it off so it's not getting direct sunlight, but it's getting like secondary sunlight. Okay, cool, but like, why is it spotting, you know? Like, why is it molding is what I assume, you know? Like, I don't know how to deal with these complex issues, and they don't necessarily help you with that. So it's easy for watering, and let me tell you, watering can be very hard, but I honestly, like, I really don't know that I would get another one. My hope, like, what I had hoped from this was that I would be able to get like a really big, like one of those big plants, you know, and then not have to worry about it too much, because there's a lot of cute decor that's like this sized, but I just really wanted like a big real plant in my home. We've never been able to have one like growing up, because there was no way. Like, I come from a long line of plant killers, so there was no way that we could have a big plant. But I've always thought that they looked really cool, and so I've always like really wanted one. And so my thought was like, this would be a really cool way to do that. But like, I don't know. I don't know that I can commit to like trying to figure out, because I can't. Like, this is too much. Like, it's ugly. And if it's ugly and I don't know how to do it, and I feel like I'm hurting him, like, that doesn't make me feel happy. So I don't know. I feel like this is a really good thing in theory, and I'm not saying that this isn't a good company. I think that being able to not have to worry about the watering, like, I mean, he is still alive. This guy is still kicking, and this is the farthest that I've ever taken a plant. And he's still going strong. So I'm not disappointed that I did this. Definitely not. But I don't think that this is going to be something that is going to kickstart like me and now having a jungle in my home of real plants that are easy plants or other plants at all, I think I really am satisfied with like fake plants. Not to diss easy plant, because I just feel like maybe this would be better for someone who knows a little more about plants and or maybe I just needed to get a plant that thrives in like the darkness. Maybe I should have just committed to the darkness and just gotten one that just thrives off of darkness, because maybe that would do better. But like I don't know. Hey, this is Editing Cat, and I think that I've been a little unfair to Easy Plant. As I've been looking through and editing all my footage that I have from the past few months, I looked at that part where I said my goal, and my goal was to keep the plant alive, and I didn't even think that I could keep it alive for 3 months, and it's been 4 months, and it is still definitely very much alive and not showing any signs of dying. So I do think that Easy Plant does deliver on its promise of keeping the plant alive. And when I look at, these offenders right there, these plants, they really, like, my issue was watering. So Easy Plant has enabled me to go from the issue of watering my plant and not being able to keep it alive because of that, to now going to the issue of, well, how do I keep it happy and like fully green and enjoying life, because he's there, he's living, but he just has some cosmetic issues that I'm really not sure what they are. So all that being said, I stand by a lot of what I said, but I do want to give props to Easy Plant because they have helped me keep my plant alive, and that is my goal. So anyways, back to Past Cat. But definitely let me know if you have any success with Easy Plant or with plants in general. Let me know, please. Please let me know what I'm doing wrong with him, because I genuinely have no idea what I'm doing wrong, and I really would like some advice on how to make Pesto happy. Please comment for Pesto. And yeah, tell me like what your thoughts are as far as Easy Plant, if you've tried it, if you think that there's a good plant that I should try, like let me know. And maybe I'll give Pesto a sibling if you convince me enough, if I feel confident in a certain type of plant that you recommend. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thank you for coming along. And if anything is updated, I don't know why I'm really struggling with words today. Thank you for coming on this journey with us. And if there are any more updates that I have in the future, I'll definitely let you guys know. But yeah, Easy Plant.